A massive development indeed. Is this the first major sign of de-escalation in the conflict in West Asia? President Donald Trump has made a very big announcement indeed of a big climb down after having given a 2-day deadline to Iran over the Straits of Hormuz. Now here's what Donald Trump has said, and let me read out that message in detail, because this is very important indeed. Is this the first major sign of de-escalation? Here's what Trump has said. I am pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period. Subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions, thank you for your attention to this matter. So that deadline essentially no longer stands, subject to talks being held between Iran as well as the United States of America. This is a big, big development indeed. And I'll once again take you through that message that Donald Trump has put out on Truth Social. Here's what he said. I'm pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, which has been misspelled there, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Let me go across to my colleague Pranesh immediately. Pranesh, this is a big, big climb down indeed, because we've not seen Donald Trump throughout the course of the 25 days that this conflict has lasted so far, speaking in such conciliatory terms.
Viewers, over the last 24 days that the war has been raging, Donald Trump, the US president, has said many things and dropped many hints. But this is perhaps the most important one, because this comes at a time when Donald Trump himself is staring at the 48-hour deadline that he had set himself. And that 48-hour deadline ends at 5 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So in about 10 hours from now, 12 hours from now, the deadline ends. What was the deadline? He said if Iran, and Srinjoy Chaudhary is now joining me on this broadcast along with Siddharth Talia. We are also trying to connect to our commentators for more on this. But let's put this in context quickly for our viewers. The 48-hour deadline set by Donald Trump himself ends at about 5 a.m. That's about 10-12 hours from now. And it is crucial, this mixed messaging. Is this Donald Trump's surrender? One does not know, because going by the bravado and bluster that one has seen from the US president so far, this de-escalation or disengagement, whatever you want to call it, this looks more like surrender. Srinjoy, the man that he is, Donald Trump, and the post that he's put out, this is very unlike him. This just tells you how rattled, hassled he is.
Well, a lot has been said about Trump chickening out. It's been spoken about a lot in the past. A lot of times he's at the brink and then he gets back. But as even his son has said, the president himself is often known to be unpredictable. And this, once again, is a sign of his unpredictability. As you rightly said, it was less than 12 hours before he was deciding to hit the power plants in Iran. And Iran had made it clear that they were going to hit power plants, oil fields, refineries, water plants, the whole lot. So where that would lead all these Gulf states.
And Srinjoy, this is also because the US has been bleeding. You know, look at the kind of money that they've been pumping in, and without any concrete result, because if you go by what Donald Trump himself has admitted so far, there is very little in terms of, concrete takeaways for Washington.
Yes, you're right. First of all, Pranesh, they are spending an additional $200 billion on the war. Now, what does it actually mean? $200 billion is double and a little more than India's entire defense budget. As it is, India's defense budget is about $90 billion at best. You add to that double plus more. And what is America's original defense budget? $1 trillion.
But, money apart, Srinjoy, sorry to cut you off. Money apart, Siddharth, if you just look at the losses that the Americans have, incurred. Ambassador Veena Sitri also joining us, ma'am. How should this be read? Donald Trump, is this his message of surrender?
No, I think that this is an important message because it shows that America and Iran have been talking to each other. So I think the significance of the message is that over the weekend, America and Iran have been having very close negotiations and discussions. Now, this is the only way out of the situation. You have to have dialogue and diplomacy. Our Prime Minister has spoken about that many, many times. And this is an indication that dialogue and diplomacy has started. So there is a postponement for 5 days. And during this week, I understand that the dialogue will continue. The conversations will continue. So one has to hope that at the end of the 5-day period, there will be a positive outcome. So that is a very important factor, and we are looking forward.
I understand that bit about dialogue and diplomacy, Ambassador Sitri, but, just going by Trump's own track record, can this man be trusted even with what he says? I mean, he is not known for walking his own talk. Forget anything else.
Yes, that is true, and we also know that two very important aircraft carriers, the USS Boxer, which is a small aircraft carrier unit, and the USS Tripoli, they are steaming towards the Middle East even as we speak. One is coming from San Diego and the other is coming from Japan. They are coming across the Indo-Pacific. So yes, we know that all these developments are there, and they're very dangerous developments because those developments of these aircraft carriers seem to indicate that boots on the ground is a possibility that America is very actively contemplating. Yes, these indications are very much there. But to break the danger of those implications, the only way out is through dialogue and diplomacy. And once you have already the president saying that it has shown some result, one hopes that this result will multiply through the next 5 days.
Hope, Ambassador Sitri, then sense prevails, on part of Donald Trump, and there is end to the hostilities and the utter madness which is on display that has had the world jolted. Thank you for joining us. Siddharth, of all people, you would remember what Donald Trump has been saying over the course of the last 24 days. Major General G.D. Bakshi is also joining us, Siddharth. Let's bring him on.
Yes, General Bakshi, how do you interpret this particular action on the part of Donald Trump, his own announcement that America will now cease, at least at a temporary period, from attacking energy infrastructure sensitive to Iran? How do you read this climb down on the part of the American president?
Well, the simple fact is, if he has done so, I would welcome it as a global citizen because he was driving the world towards an economic catastrophe, right? And to that extent, it would be a big relief for the whole globe. The stock markets, which are seeing a bloodbath, more than the stock markets, the price of oil, the loss to every country. I am very happy, and as a global citizen, it is a relief to see that there is a climb down, because it would be the most intelligent decision that he ever made. Pushing it to a ground war would have cost him huge casualties, would have kept the Gulf route blocked and created a disaster. But I have a rider to add. Every time Donald Trump negotiates, he is preparing to do something stupid. That is what he has been doing all along. So I would tell the Iranians to keep your guard up and don't get taken for a ride the third time. Right? Yeah, by all means,
matter of on social media.
Means, if he's prepared to...
Yeah, General Bakshi, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Maybe the crew can fix that audio for you. But I'm picking up chatter on social media that seems to suggest that Iran state media, in its first reaction to Trump's message, has said this is another climb down. So they are using strong words. They will not have Donald Trump portray this message as some kind of a climb down by Tehran. Your thoughts?
You know, Donald Trump climbed down by Tehran or USA. I can't hear you properly.
Iran is saying that this is a climb down by the Americans. This is a climb down by Trump.
Of course it is a climb down. He had given a 48 hours window, after which he had said, I'll start bombing your critical oil and gas infrastructure. That had ended this morning, right? And quite obviously, if he is not attacked, it is a climb down. But it is a climb down which I thought is a very sensible climb down. I thought Donald Trump, being the kind of a megalomaniac that he is, would get stuck on his position and on his ego. But if he has listened to his advisors, people were telling him that this boots on the ground approach has 90% chance of failure. 90% chance of failure. So if he still wanted to go ahead with it, he was getting the United States into a disaster.
Right.
Your global reputation, if you can come out intact, that would be quite a relief to the United States. I understand the S-400s are there. And with that, if we had tried marine landings, and the drones are there. Kharg Island is just 15 kilometers from the mainland. Drones from the mainland could have played merry hell into any landing force. Their artillery from the mainland could have played merry hell into any landing marine amphibious force. And to say that the F-35s on the smaller carriers like Tripoli and Boxer would have made a greater difference than the F-35s on the Gerald Ford and the Abraham Lincoln, which were forced to get the hell out of the Gulf of Hormuz.
Right.
You may have lost one of these small carriers. What are you talking about?
General Bakshi, there was a negotiation, a conversation, talks taking place between America and Iran. That's when all of a sudden US and Israel decided to bomb Iran. Now Donald Trump says, I have instructed that there'll be no more military strikes because we're in the middle of a conversation. Even if it is a climb down, what is your assessment and what led to this? Is this the dwindling popularity, the resistance from within America? Is this because that Donald Trump really did not anticipate that Iran is going to retaliate in this manner? Okay, I'm given to understand we've lost that line with General G.D. Bakshi. We are also now joined by Middle East expert Dr. Wael Awad. Your first reaction, Donald Trump says for the next 5 days there'll be no military strikes on the energy infrastructure as we are having an in-depth conversation. Many are looking at this as climb down, as a sign of surrender. But how's the Middle East, the Gulf region looking at this development?
Well, I think most of the country in the Middle East are already preparing for a long haul of this war because the American, we never understand the American the declaration and unpredictable because it's not no more in the American hand, this war actually. We can see from morning that complete bombardment of the Iranian infrastructure and civil target by the Israelis and the American plane. It gives you a clear indication that there is an escalation of the war. However, this the saying of the President Trump maybe fall on the line of the global community where we could see the reaction from the market,
so
from the
it's
gas.
It's not in America's hands, it's not in Donald Trump's hands anymore. This is perhaps the pressure from all quarters that's working. Dr. Awad, I request you to please stay on with us. We have some breaking inputs coming in. The first response that has come in